Hey guys, well, there's that set that hadn't been touched other than the big coon in it yesterday. Had that blocked off. That runway over there, you guys saw me set that grounder in. There we go. For whatever reason, he got all wrapped up in them trees down there. I didn't realize there was that many trees underneath the undercut of that bank, but I'll get him taken care of and get that reset. But there you go. There's one of the Trap Smart beaver out here. All right, welcome back everybody. Now that he's done thrashing and he's done his thing here, water's cleared up some, and looks to me down in there, boy, this glare is terrible. Hopefully you guys can see. He pulled those weights out of that muck somehow. He's not really all that big of a, I mean, he's a good sized beaver, but he's not that big to where I would have thought he would have pulled the weights out of that muck, but he managed to do it. And this tree, when he came up here, he managed to wrap all kinds around it. And I'm telling you what, I am gonna have my, you can see where he was up here on the bank, you know. That's where, in some cases like this, I would almost prefer the rebar or the fiberglass rods. You can drive them into the muck pretty good, and if they do happen to pull them, they're not coming back up it. And there's very, a lot less likely that they're going to be as entangled as this mess here is. However, when you're carrying them in distance, I prefer the cables because, you can disconnect your trap from the cable, carry everything separate, just hook it up when you get there, and you're good to go. But anyway, I'm going to get him hopefully untangled. I don't have my waders with me like an idiot. And he is hopelessly wrapped around that log. So I'm going to have to try to unhook him from right here, I think. Get him separated from the trap and then work on the trap from there. But I got my hands full anyways. But that's another one of those Trap Smart beaver that were giving me headaches. So you saw me set that yesterday. I could tell that's one of the runs they were using going around me. I set that in there blind with no scent, no lure, or no nothing. Just left it exactly as it was. There was nothing there for him to be, nervous or scared of. And there's your results right there. Persistence and just keeping at it. That's all you can do. Just keep working, and eventually things click. Today is fortunate for me, it clicked. The predators didn't move, even though it was 21 degrees and what I would consider our first heavy frost this morning. Obviously the coons didn't move. I kind of figured they wouldn't with it being as cold as it was. And this is our last trap of the day. So yeah, good way to end the day. One beaver for the day, I guess I can take that. Realistically speaking, I got less than a dozen traps out on these properties, so I can deal with that. But here comes a train. Let me get off here and get him out of here. Alrighty, y'all. I got fortunate that wasn't as much of a fiasco as it could have been. That's a big old beaver. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to guesstimate how big he is right now. I'll probably try to find my scale. I got to get a weight on them coons anyways and throw them on there, but I'd say he's in the 50s, 50-pound ranges. And so anyway, I was fortunate enough. Reason I run quick links, like I said, I can bring my cables and my trap and everything in separate. They don't get entangled in my pack or in my bag. And then I can just set everything up when I get to my spot. But this case, that helped me a lot because I was actually able to slide the trap and all and the beaver and everything right up almost to here. Get the trap off the beaver's foot, pull the beaver up, and then I disconnected the trap and the cable's still down in there. I can pull that back out and around and I'll be reset here in just a matter of a couple minutes. So I was very fortunate. It could have been a lot worse. And so just be ready for stuff like that. Stuff you don't think is going to happen, it's going to happen eventually. But anyway, you guys see the results right there. Trap shy beaver down. Boom, baby.